Okay, so hello, we're Hannah and Bashar. We're the ones who did the Misapprehensions movie in BCM 289, and we're here to give a reflection on how we did it and what we thought went wrong, what we thought went right, and all that.
So I was the director of the film, and Bashar was the videographer and the editor.
Cinematographer as well.
Yeah.
And in that process, we learned how to use a lot of studio equipment, to be honest, that we never thought we would use in the past.
Yeah,
But-
this was our first time actually using studio equipment, especially outside of the studio, which was a very new experience for us.
Yeah, like the mics, the boom, as well the lights, all that was pretty new to us. So we were trying to experiment at the same time adapt to this new environment we were put in. But I think for our first movie we didn't do bad, we did well. It's just that we lacked a lot of experience, for example, in taking the ambience, in taking different shots. Talk about you being the director.
Okay, so as director, I was in charge of directing. But before that, we had to first find different crew to help us and different cast. We had to find our main characters. So for our main characters, we found a guy and a girl, and that process was kind of hard because
Ibrahim and Rana.
Ibrahim and Rana, those were our main characters. And it was kind of difficult because no one really wanted to be filmed and no one wanted to be on camera, and no one really had any acting experiences. So that was difficult, and I think maybe that kind of added pressure to the filming process because everyone kind of lacked experience. However, I think we did well with what we had. And for the crew, everyone actually did well. Like our boom operator, our sound recordist Harun and Ahmed, they did really well with the equipment, and we would not have been able to do so well without them.
In all honesty, when I'm used to editing, but through the editing process, I think that was the hardest. That was even harder than taking the shots or deciding which shots were good, because I never really worked with having to edit audio. So that was completely new to me. So usually I would just edit, for example, AMVs or a lot of different types of edits or montages, which you're basically using one song and all what you have to do is sync, for example, the beat with the clip you want. But that was it for me. That was like all my experience. So editing with sound and working with Professor Daniel he taught me a lot of stuff like panning, controlling the sound through stereo and mono. For example, the car shot. The car was just like out of context in the movie, but the reason why I kept it is because I liked how it sounded. That's completely it. I learned something new and I just wanted to add it there. And on top of that, how I can go from clip to clip, maintaining the same level of ambience, although the shots were taken in different timings. So it was hard to sync, for example, the cars and such.
Yeah, and I think the best part as well about the whole thing is that like after every cut or after every what's it called? After every edit that we had, we could go back and show Daniel, and then he would tell us what went wrong, what went right, what we could improve. And he was always there to kind of like guide us in the right direction. So even though like it wasn't perfect, he would like give us ways to improve with what we had, even though that wasn't the best thing that we had. He would give us like ways to improve.
In all honesty, we didn't have like such great videos.
Yeah.
I think what went wrong wasn't editing. I think it was when our lack of experience in actually filming a movie professionally.
Yeah.
So I think that went wrong, and therefore the movie was not up to standard, because when we went, we didn't take as many shots as we had to take. We took just a few shots, and the shot that we thought went well, we kept, because that's how we usually worked in the past. But this time it was a bit different because we had to improvise based on the shots we had, and while editing I also realized that the shots weren't really that great.
Yeah, like everything went wrong. Like not everything went wrong, but like it all went wrong from the beginning. Like we had to work with what we had from the beginning. Like, and also like our main character, for example, like we couldn't get her to film again, so we just had to do with what we had. So that's kind of why like we couldn't reshoot, and we just had to work with what we got.
Okay, that is our reflection. I hope you don't fail us. I think we did well for our first time, in all honesty. I don't think we were horrible or the movie was horrible. I think it went well. As well, I don't think it wasn't good, but I don't think it went really bad as well. So I think it actually went well, in my opinion at least.
Yeah, like if we got another chance, maybe we could do better. Like with what we know now, like we do like a better job.
Yeah, through the experience we got through this
Yeah.
class and through
Like
the
we've
knowledge
learned
we
a
have.
lot,
Yes.
so we do better next time.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.